Hello student, I am Mrs. Vaishali Sathi. I will be dealing with the topic synthetic fibers and plastic. This is a very interesting topic as it is related to our day-to-day life. We know our basic needs are food, shelter and clothings. And these clothings, that is the fibers, we get it from the various sources. The two main sources from which we get these fibers, from which our clothes have been made, are natural and artificial. The natural fibers, natural sources are plants and animals like plants, cotton, jute, and animals like silk, silkworm, and the wool we get from the many animals. The artificial fibers, which is our focus, that is the synthetic fibers, we get it from the chemicals, made from chemicals. Now, the main focus is our what are synthetic fibers. These synthetic fibers are actually made from the chemicals. Okay, they are small units of chemicals are being combined. They are called monomers, and they are being combined and to form the polymer. Polymer means many. So like same like the necklace has the beads, small beads, they combine to form a necklace, complete necklace. So these beads are like monomers and the necklace is like a polymer. See, the next topic is type of synthetic fibers. So four type of synthetic fibers we are going to focus on, that is rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. The first one, rayon. The rayon, it is also called as the artificial silk because it looks like because the earlier the silk was considered the royal fiber, which was limited to the rich people. So now the scientists thought of finding the same type of synthetic fiber which has the exact characteristics of the silk. So but it is not a truly synthetic fiber because it is made from the wood pulp. So that's why it is though it is synthetic but not truly synthetic. It is used for making bed sheets, carpet, etc. So second fiber is nylon. So nylon, it is the most strongest and elastic fiber. It is truly chemically made, and it has been made by coal, water, air in the year 1931. It is the strongest and the lightest fiber used for many purposes. The third one that you see is the polyester and acrylic. This polyester and acrylic, it is the synthetic. These are the two synthetic fibers which do not get wrinkled easily and are easily washable and all, and can be maintained properly. The polyester, terylene and PET are the examples of the synthetic fibers. And this acrylic, it is found in a variety of color. It is also called as the artificial wool. It is being used for the sweaters and all, so it is also called as artificial wool. So the acrylic has been used for various purposes like automobile, lights, lenses, surgical tools, blankets, carpets, etc. So these are also artificial fur like look. The next topic, some tests are there to see the difference between the natural and the artificial fiber. The synthetic fibers, they dry very easily in the rainy season as compared to natural, but the artificial fibers, synthetic fibers, are more stronger as compared to the natural fibers. If you see the nylon and all in the parachutes and all are having the nylon ropes are being made because they are more reliable ropes as compared to the natural ropes. So these natural fibers, but you can see that some of the natural fibers, they when you burn them, they are better, they are eco-friendly one, because when you burn them they just are breakable ashes which are biodegradable even. But when you burn the synthetic fiber, it leaves the sticky substance, it melts and leave the sticky substance. We know that the synthetic things like plastics and all, these fibers or the synthetic fibers do not get decomposed very easily. They stay on the ground for years and years and several years and cause harm to the environment. So that's why we need to avoid them, but still somewhere they are helping us. Now next are the characteristics of synthetic fibers. So synthetic fibers, they can dry easily, they are durable, means easily maintained, less expensive, readily available in the market. They are cheaper in as compared to, less in price as compared to the natural fibers. You see khadi, silk and all these are very costly materials, and also these synthetic fibers can be easily maintained. You need not have to take too much care of these fibers, so can be they are very easy to maintain. The next part of the lesson is the plastics. Plastics are playing important role in our life these days because of its special characteristic that they can be easily recycled, reused. They are found in variety of colors. They can be remolded, given a various shapes. That's why nowadays the furniture, many things have been found. Polythenes bags especially are playing important role in our life. So plastic material, though they are harmful to the environment, but they are one way they are helping in the to save the forest, wood and all, but still because of their that character of not getting decomposed by the microorganism, they are harmful to the environment, so they are non biodegradable. That's why, but still they are helping us. Now there are two types of plastics, that is thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. The difference is that the thermoplastics are very soft, flexible. If they are being heated, they become deformed on heating. They can be recycled again and again, remolded again and again, and their monomers are arranged in the linear chain, means a plain vertical chain or horizontal chain. Examples are nylon, polythene, PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. Whereas thermosetting plastics, they are hard and rigid. They cannot be recycled once they have been given shape. They have a cross-link chain. Bakelite and melamine are examples. And about the thermoplastic, the examples that are you can see thermoplastics, you get the many things, wires and all are there, cups and chairs, and so small things have been made by the plastic material. Because thermosetting plastics are examples, you get cooker handles, saucepan handles, or the electrical switches and all are made up of thermosetting plastic, so they cannot be reused or recycled. They break on heating. Next is the plastic as material of choice. Plastic is playing important role in our life because of the special characteristic that they are non-reactive. They don't react with the food material. They do not corrode, like iron get corroded, rusted, and then they decompose, and then they get reacted with the food material also. But plastic, they are non-reactive, they don't corrode, and also they are bad conductor of heat and electricity, we know that. So they do not harm us in most of the ways, so food materials can be safe. Now about the plastic and the environment, we know that the plastic don't get decomposed. Our life is impossible without the plastic, because the plastic bags and all are there. But the thing is that they are harmful because of only one character, that they don't decompose, they harm the environment. So they remain lying here and there on the public place. We are also very careless sometimes. So they don't melt completely, and they are not eco-friendly, and most of our food materials are wrapped in this. So the thing is that we need to use this 5 R, that is reduce, recycle, refuse, repurpose and the reuse, so that we can save the environment, avoid the use of plastic, use the cotton bags and all when you go for shopping, try to recycle the thermoplastic material. Do not throw plastic here and there, so that they should not harm the environment, or even the aquatic plants or on the land, and all the microbes should not get disturbed, the ecosystem should not get disturbed. So hope you have understood the lesson, most of the parts. So save nature and save life, and be a responsible